So first, I'd just ask you to tell me your name, where you've been.
Our apartment was, I don't think they're going to do it again. We had an apartment, it was 3 flights up. By the way, you're going to be doing a lot of walking up and down stairs and walking around. But once you get to the 3rd floor of our apartment, everybody stays in apartments. It's like not, school dormitories or, what you might think. But you're staying in actual apartments that people that live in Florence to rent out. I went to one of the teachers' apartments for a class, like for wine tasting we had, and it was a cute little quaint apartment that she had in the middle of the city, and everybody's apartments are spread out around town, so it's always fun, going from one person's apartment to the other person's. And that's the thing I loved most about Florence, is that everything's just a walk away. And on a walk from somebody's apartment, like from my apartment to someone else's, you're just being surrounded in their architecture, their style of how everything is made. It's just I don't know, it's just really eye-opening, just to walk down the road and see something interesting. You always see something new every day there. That's something I noticed. But the apartment setup, you go grocery shopping and you can cook in your apartment, which I suggest, and I also suggest the 20 meal vouchers. That saved my life. That was an awesome recommendation by the teachers to do that, and the restaurants they offer are very good. All of them were. I suggest trying the truffle pasta wherever you go. That was a favorite of ours. And just I know a lot of people are nervous about what kind of place you're going to stay in. Is it going to feel homey, or am I going to feel like, I'm in not somewhere that's comfortable? But once you have all those people you're staying with, you kind of become like a big family once you're there, and you kind of feel at home just because you're with people from where you're from, So if you have that homesick feeling, it's fine with your roommates, because everyone's kind of in the same boat as you are. But I really enjoyed staying. Our apartment had about 12 girls in it, and it was crazy at times, but it was so fun. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm very glad that I was put in there with all those girls. It was fun. Yes, I was able to communicate. I tried not to communicate, actually. That sounds bad, but I really wanted to, I don't know if this sounds right, but de-Americanize myself. I wanted to only surround myself with things. I would check in with my parents, just to let them know. One day, after I went skydiving in Interlaken, I called my mom and I was like, hey, I just went skydiving, and she freaked out. But, she always got a call from me once a week with some off-the-wall news. But you are able to get cell phones right when you get there, and you can call the people that you're with. You can call back home, but it can be expensive, so a lot of people got Skype, which was really popular to have, so you can see them too. But yeah, you were able to communicate back home. So I didn't get the cell phone though.
You didn't?
These numbers were too long. I was like, I ain't messing with it. I'll just use somebody else's phone. For anyone that's debating on it, I'm sure that your reason is just because of uncertainty. You don't really know what you're getting yourself into, but that's the fun part about it. Everybody that comes back from it, has felt like how you're feeling now, is uncertainty, what I don't know what to expect, just being scared to be away from home for 6 weeks, which it sounds like a long time, but it's not. At the end of 6 weeks, I'm just like, man, I want to stay for another 6 weeks. It goes by faster than you really think. And I really think that no one should be afraid of this trip, because it's a positive thing. It's not something that it'll show you a different side of yourself that you didn't even know existed. It did for me. And it flares up new interests, and it just gives you a chance to kind of be on your own and just kind of open up your eyes to the world and see what's out there. But if anybody has any doubts, you shouldn't, because it's something that's changed me in a way that I think it would. And I don't think anybody ever comes back with any complaints, because the school and AIFS really takes care of you, and you know, it was kind of scary before you go. You really didn't know what to expect, and they kind of throw you in there. Like, when you get out the taxi, like, Florence is such a fast-paced city, like, compared to Lafayette. I was just like, when I got there, I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I doing? But it was just fun because it was something so different, and I was just ready for that change, like, to see that. And I wouldn't have any doubts at all if I was decided. Like, now, seeing what it is like, people shouldn't be afraid at all, because it's a positive thing to go on. I was fortunate enough to be able to go on the trip, like, because of money-wise, and plus have, like, extra spending money. It is a very costly trip, but really, you might not spend as much money as some other people. Some other people shop a lot more than others, or eat out more than others, or, you know, go to the clubs a lot more, drink more, whatever. But, I mean, that's really up to you how much you spend over there, and it is hard not to spend money because the shopping there is unbelievable. But, you know, if you just save up a few dollars, maybe not a few dollars, but save up a little bit, then you should be fine. And the meal voucher, like I said before, is a good idea to save money.